Hello, this is Crafting with Kristen. If you haven't figured it out, I'm Kristen and I'm going to show you how to make stuff. So, what I'm going to show you how to make is these really cool cocktail glasses. They're so easy your drunk friends can do it. I've done this before with really hammered people. And all you need is a cocktail glass with stems and lots of seed beads. I like to buy a couple different types, mostly in the same color, but a little different tint to each one. I'm going to do like a dark blue mix for this one. So I have some black seed beads that are real small, these kind of big chunky turquoise ones, and then a few little tube shaped ones in different shades of blue, and I also have these cool little purple beads. The other thing you're going to need is something to give it a little zazz in between all that. So maybe some cool little beads or charms. Things like, I got this cool little skull and rhinestones, large beads, things like that. I've also done some cool things like put part of my dirty wine glass, put guitar picks in them from concerts and stuff like that. Necklace charms. I don't know if you can see that little skull on there. Alright, and the other thing you're going to need is a cocktail glass, obviously. I think I already said that. Dirty rags, some rubbing alcohol to prep. You're going to need something like a piece of paper or a cardboard box to catch all the little seed beads in. Aquarium grade silicone. A butter knife, one that you don't ever want to use on food again. And this step is optional, but I like to not get the little fingerprints and things on my wine glasses, so I like to cover them first with masking tape and newspaper. So that's where we're going to start. I have this cool little wine glass that I painted up, and I'm going to decorate the base of it. So, get your newspaper. Tear off a nice strip. Doesn't have to be even or nice. I'm just trying to keep this part from getting Aquarium Silicone fingerprints on it. So you're just going to wrap it up like so. Get your masking tape. And I'm just going to tape it in place so it'll stay put. Like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to keep your grubby little crafty fingerprints off everything. Next you're going to get, just kidding, not that, your rubbing alcohol and your rag. Just get a little bit on there. And you're just going to want to wipe down the base so it's nice and clean and ready to go. Just dry it off after that. So it's nice and clean. No dust or anything on there. Next you're going to get all your beads ready. My mix is already all pre-mixed up from my last project. But you just kind of want to mix about an even ratio of like 3 or 4 beads. Kind of play around with it and see what looks good. If it doesn't look good, then, you know, just mix a little at a time, and if it doesn't look good, throw that batch out, try something new. But I'm happy with my ratio. I'm just going to get my Aquarium Silicone now that this is all dried off. And I'm going to put a nice big heaping blob of this on there. Be generous. This stuff's not very expensive, and you'll get a much better cocktail glass if you coat this well. And you're going to take your knife and you're just going to spread it on fairly evenly on the top of the base of the wine glass. You especially want it thick around the edges because that's where you'll have the most bead fallout if you don't. So make make sure the whole thing's covered. If it's not, I'm feeling like some areas are a little thin on this. Just go ahead and get some more silicone. And we're just gonna spread that on just like before. Get it nice and even. The larger the charms and pieces that you have on there too, the more silicone you want to use. You want to make sure that that's going to hold up. Alright, then you're going to take all your little charms and stuff, and I like to lay mine in there and see what's going to look good and what's not going to match my bead mixture. I'm not going to look at these or this. And then you're just going to take all big beads that you want to put on there for decor, and you're just going to squish them right into the silicone. Just like that. And once you've gotten these laid in there, you're going to go ahead and put it on your sheet of paper or inside your cardboard box. And you're just going to sprinkle the beads all over the top of it. I'll show you in just a second. You just want to pour it all over it like this. And then once you get it all coated in there, you want to shake it all around, make sure you got it on there good. If you're using paper, just kind of tap it down with your hands. It's nice to make sure you got it all coated and everything's packed in there nice and tight. Turn it upside down, give it a pat to get rid of all the loose beads. Take a good look at it, make sure you know that you got a nice even coating. If you don't, go ahead and pick up some beads, sprinkle some more on, tamp them down in there until you got something you're satisfied with. To wipe around the edges to make sure that the beads are sticking out all uneven, and you'll have something like this. Now all you have to do is wait for it to dry. I like to wait at least a day, but you can use it after a couple hours. Once the aquarium silicone's dry, you're good. And you can wash it. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher. Just hand wash it just like any other cocktail glass that you care about. And that's the end of the project. So you can do it with all sorts of things: martini glasses, champagne flutes, wine glasses, and margarita glasses. Pretty much anything with a stem. And that's my video.